I wish I could go back in time.
Done.
I wish I could go back in time.
Done.
I wish I could go back in time.
Done.
I wish I could go back.
Kids, what we're looking at today, well, we're going to look at flask number 121. And this is in the biggest flask that I think is in the rotation. I hope Nihap chose wisely, or he decided to dump something that he really didn't like on me. But you know, we're both in this together. Sometimes even the U.S. Postal Service, depending on if the flask breaks or not. Okay, it's relatively light and in color and very clear. Oh, I don't think he dumped some slosh this time. This is an Isle of Scotch. It's got Isle of Scotch written all over it. Cheers. Wow, I was gonna go. This doesn't really have much to it when it's sitting right here. Nothing. A peat bomb just went off in my mouth. Oof. I don't think it's high in octane. If it is, it's hiding it well. But it's definitely, it's got that Lafroig characteristic going. That nice, peaty, you know, you can, someone drop their shit right in the campfire and they just let it roll. So far, so good. And I got another one from Power Call Sirens LLC. This one's going to Skinny Penis. Made the right destination, you know. It's okay. If a chick says that you have a small penis, you go, well, if that's the case, then you won't even notice when it's up your ass, right? Okay, their normal flyer stuff, which I probably should be saving. They're if you like some of the stuff that you're seeing, this is the business card of this gentleman. Sometimes I wonder if there's only one thing in here. Did you know 1 out of 3 Biden supporters are as stupid as the other 2? Yeah, that's gonna have to go. You know, still to this moment in time, I'm not saying that I'm trying to trigger some libtard, but you know, it wasn't like going either way. I wasn't getting flipped off, and I wasn't getting the high five, you know, or the minivan, you know, 2 in the. And the other day I stopped to top the tank off Saturday when I was coming back from doing some extra work. A dude and his wife and their kid, they were filling up their truck and their boat heading out for opener, and the guy goes, "Love the stickers." And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Sat and had a nice conversation. Said, nice meeting another like-minded thinker. And he goes, there's more. He goes, there's more of us than they even know. And I'm like, so are you saying that you agree or disagree with the last election? He just shook his head and he goes, I know who I voted for. So that's good. That's good right there. I actually saw this as a sign on the side of the road, and I was like, that would make a good bumper sticker. Voila. First, okay, we got some scragglers. Nitro, Imperial Coffee, Steve still watching this shit. Steve again, Matt sure is talking a lot. Yeah, that happens every time, and yet he denies it. Heart Club, Mr. Holster from J-Dog. Jeremy, Mikey was gonna pull their heads off and shit down the necks. And you wonder why I like that guy. Mike, cheers boys. Cheers Mike. Smoothie sour blueberries. Yeah, that. So first was Blue Healer with 2 thumbs up, American flags, and pirate flags. Hell yeah, brother. Gunwild says second bitches. Patriot Ninja says hey, yo. Smile Money says fourth. Poco says time elapsed. Time escaped you today, huh? Oh yeah, H3. Smile Money says no, the others were just damn fast. Multi-Gunman says fourth what? And Smile Money says back, I'm not sure I can explain the rush of speed commenting. It's like a secret club. It's like Fight Club. Nobody talks about speed commenting when you're not in speed commenting. Smile Money, no Matt. Yeah, double headers with Matt can be brutal. Gunwild says hooray, no 2-hour review tonight. I'm gonna try to make this one fast too. Brad, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, Brad. EMT Rail fan, another brother. And like-minded thinker, 5. Gunwild robbed of the thumbnail in record time. No shit. It was like, hey, here's the... But I appealed it. I said, what exactly is your definition of nudity? Please review. And they did, and it was back. And it was back. Sorry, a little palate cleanser here. Little indeed of the Day Tripper Pale Ale. Okay, so it is a Islay Scotch. Tis but an Islay Scotch. I may or may not have used her before. She was reshared, and just to make sure I doubled down. I apologize if you are seeing this girl for the second time. I will waive any charges for this brew review for those guys. And I have to be really careful not to by accidentally be over here and start clicking buttons, because I know the girl in that direction is acceptable. I know the girl in that direction is hot as hell and completely not acceptable. She's having a wardrobe malfunction. Poco Local, I am here. Actually, he just said I'm here. Clyde, 9th whiskey and revolution for all. Oh, you know what, Clyde? I'm actually gonna live dangerously here and take this as the shot for you. Boy, I tell you that the color is kind of what's throwing me off for Lafroig. I don't have Lafroig to kind of go in on it, but it's definitely darker than, say, Ardbeg 10. But it's not an Ardbeg thing, because the Corryvreckan is definitely darker than this. But Clyde, cheers, my friend. Boy, I tell you, that campfire smokiness just frickin' hits like a brick at the end. Still, it is very Lafroig-ish. taste. And it's really it really likes to show the roller coaster thing. If you imagine this scotch as a roller coaster, your first sip is the coaster climbing and just making it to the apex. And right when you're like, this ain't gonna be bad, the bottom drops out and you get that big, heavy, peaty, smoky hit. Initially, it almost has almost like a really light citrus. And then there's the countdown, and you get 3, 2, 1. Boom! Cobra. Put that on Joey's tab. He said it'd be okay. And then comes the big smoky peat bomb. Boy, I tell you, if this is a heavier hitter on alcohol content, I'll be surprised, because it's right there in the flavors. But Poco Loco, it's Whiskey Pig season. Time to get the Tannerite ready. Clyde, B6. B6. B6 is a miss. That's my neighbor Mike. Mike, I had to diss you. I'm sorry. I told you I was going to go in, I was going to freshen up, I was going to rub one out, I was going to come down and do the brewery review, and then I was going to step outside and have some pipe or a cigar and enjoy the weather. So what I'm trying to say is don't bother me right now. So B6 was a miss. Blue Healer, love the outro, babe. Generally, if it made the collection, well, Rich Huff, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Pre-dawn. Wow, the thumbnail was gone fast. Yes, it was. On the Nitro Imperial Coffee, holy fuck, wearing a winter coat. It's mid-May. I'm assuming that was that had to have been one with Matt, because
Hello.
When did he have a coat on? Oh, right in the beginning. 15th. Yeah, see, this isn't your America, holy fuck, that you're talking to here. We literally had 81 degrees yesterday, and today was jacket season. So that's just a beautiful part about Duluth, Minnesota. Didn't Scourge, when you gonna get a 460? You know, that's funny you say that. I had one of the gentlemen that I do quite a bit of work for was asking me, a friend of his had a 460 for sale, and it was the one with like the 8 3/4 inch ported barrel that comes from Smith & Wesson with the bipod, and he wanted to know what one of those was going for, and I told him, you know, this is what I think it is, you know, watch out, you know, it's an expensive gun to shoot, but what's beautiful about the 460 is you can actually shoot the Casul round through it, and I believe, unless the deal was too good to be true, Dinscourge, I would prefer to have the 460 over the 500. Now, having said that, I think it just makes more sense to get the 460 and the 500 at the same time. How about a snub nose 500? No, I'm kidding. Well, where am I? Huh? Yeah, the 460 is an impressive round. And it's a beautiful revolver. Steven, carry a Pentix, and you won't beat the optics on anything unless you dry hump random objects. I cannot appendix carry. I find it very annoying to have anything in front of me, and if I'm working, impossible, because I'm up and down depending on what the day is. Like, for instance, last week, yeah, I probably could have done it because I was outside doing F and J and channel and citing stuff, so you don't just think I'm just making up initials and throwing it out there. But if I'm doing like today, casing, moldings, rubber base, hanging bifolds, and blah blah blah. No, it'd be no. I don't like it. No. Steven, have a case coming for that new phone, or are you just going to wing it? You mean the Pixel 3A? I can't. I think it's an interesting phone and for experimentation and weekend use or whatever, but I cannot get it to do what I need a phone to do. And my privacy really is, if something changes, yeah, throw a card in it and go. Hell yeah! I still over the weekend I've thrown a card in it and kept it on all day and that kind of thing. But I can't find an application to download my security system. I can't find an application to find for my security cameras. I can't make the basic stuff that I have to have work on it, and I have tried, and I have failed on so many things. It is the most I found it easier the short amount of time I played with an iPhone than this. I did get my contacts into it. I could not find. I don't even remember what I even had to do. It's like this is. No, I really don't need a case for it. All I know is if I throw my phone one more time, I think Christine is just going to take it away from me because she already told me she was just going to go get a different one. But I don't know. I just don't. I don't think. I don't. For some reason, I fired up the one with the busted display on it. I mean, the display is still working. It's just it looks like you took the phone. It looks like you took the phone and hit like something right there, and there's a huge crack, and it's all splintered up, and then one crack goes this way, and it goes up and through some kind of I don't know if it's a proximity sensor right there, because I know the camera's right there, and then the crack goes like this and around and back over to this side, and I don't think it's something to do with this particular Note 9. I think it maybe is something to do with the fact that, I don't know, I almost feel like I'm being punished because this one, my old one, is an unlock phone that I bought through Best Buy, and this one I don't know the previous history on it. But I just... Christine's is a T-Mobile phone on T-Mobile. Mine is not a T-Mobile phone on T-Mobile, and I suffer all sorts of issues that hers does not. So I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm in a situation right now where I can't pull it off. I mean, right now I could probably just buy the thing outright, but I'd rather maybe put a little bit of money down and throw it on our account. Because when we switched from AT&T to T-Mobile, Christine got a new phone. She got the Samsung A51 or whatever it is. I kind of wish she wouldn't have. I wish we would have just sprung for the better money and gotten the I think the S20 was the S20 or S20 Plus was the one that was available at the time. The one that she has, battery is already pissing her off and doesn't make it very long, and the thing is only like a year old. And it does not have wireless charging on it, which isn't necessarily a big deal, but eventually all those ports start to give you some kind of trouble, and that's why I've always enjoyed the wireless charging. Not to mention, this sits on a cradle, so this is my bedside clock and alarm clock and all of the above. So yeah, I don't know. It's the other one. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to. If I needed to recoup or something, I could probably. Well, I know I could turn around and sell this one because it doesn't have any damage to it. The other one, though, obviously it's a working phone, but it's nice to. It's one of those situations where I guess I would probably keep it as a backup. I mean, you can't go anywhere and have them. I could probably have Samantha maybe even change out the glass on it. She's how she comes up with, I guess, just do it. Don't look at the whole project, just take on one step at a time, but she has replaced the glass on her Note 8. She has replaced the back glass on, I believe it was a Note 8, or maybe it was the Note that she had before that. But I know it sounds a little tedious because these are a lot more intricate. You literally kind of have to heat up the phone with a curling, not curling iron, yeah. Just waiting, with a hairdryer or a heat gun, to the point where the adhesive and stuff lets go, and I'm just like, yeah. I definitely keep the other one in case the world turned upside down, and like I said, I keep putting my SIM in it and firing it up and try to figure out something different each time. Just to feel like I'm slowly learning it, but I can't make it do what I kind of need it to do. So it's kind of more like that spook burner phone kind of thing. I really wish that you could get a company that would legitimately give you 2 SIMs, so that you could actually have 2 different phones without having to pay to have 2 different accounts. Didn't scourge. Weird. Maybe YouTube just hates you. Laugh out loud. Never get them ads on most channels. Usually long, skippable, but AVE does a bunch of random teardowns of tool batteries and stuff, like rips entire gearbox out all in little bits. Also random Canuckistan rambles. I mean, the video that I watched, he completely tore down an AR based rifle, but no, I just tried to watch it on one of the phones. But like right now, if I'm watching stuff like that where I know it's going to be tedious, I just find it, like if it pops up on my YouTube app, I just copy and paste the link to the video into Vanced, and then you don't have to worry about watching any commercials at all. Yeah, see right now, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand why why it's such a difference between what Christine experiences and what I experienced. Her biggest complaint, though, is battery life, and it seems like her phone has really gotten bad. And with these phones, it's not like the old days where you just throw away the battery and go get another one. Now everything's all sealed up. J-Dog here at work. And that's another thing Sam did. She swapped out batteries, and I think it was her iPhone. Multi-gun man, only 33 minutes, 19 seconds. You're fucking fired. Holy fuck. Why did the founder of BLM buy $1 million houses around a bunch of white people and not in the inner city? Well, because it's... I don't want to be around those people, and neither do they. Yeah, it's those people. I mean, fuck that. You could not pay me to live in a scenario like that. No pride, violence, drugs. Hey, I really don't. And when I think about some of those inner city stuff, I'm not even really in the case of that bitch. I understand you're talking about BLM. I mean, I don't even know. I believe she is supposed to be a colored chick, but she's obviously got some white privilege going, doesn't she? Now, when I say those people, that is just a characteristic of those people, because either you are part of the problem in the inner city or you're trapped in the inner city, and it really has nothing to do with color. Even though, when they say, oh, the legal system is just racist because 80% of everyone in prison is black. Well, that's because 80% of black people are doing crimes. Maybe if you just didn't do the crime, you wouldn't do the time. Speaking of that, get this info off to Nahapian. Speaking of that, what do I got here? Oh, that was all the DePello, Brad. Is that Brad? Wow, that's a nice car. Really like the Threshold. It looks clean. Very clean. Like spotless clean. Oh, and then he sent a video too. I'm sure. Hello. That's 3 chicks that will not be going down with the boat. Flask 121. That would be an Isla Scotch. Unless he's messing with my mind, and it's a heavily peated whiskey from India, but God, I don't know. I don't think. No, I don't think so. It's got a light citrus at the beginning, and then it is literally 3, 2, 1. I'll get another charge. Got that. What was my original thought on that? A big. Oh my God! Good thing I closed that. It's got a big, smoky peat bomb. And I think I'm gonna go with a 9.5 on this. And if Matt was here, he'd tell you how much better Wee Beastie is. Let's see, Mr. 27 said back to holy fuck, probably don't want to live in a shithole city. Yeah, see, that's, yeah. Cobra, F1. F1 is a miss. Altenda, howdy. Altenda. Sorry to see that you're not on Facebook anymore. I had a couple people, including Christopher, along with company, go, "What the hell? I can't find Altenda." Yeah, I don't know if he said go fuck yourself, Fagbook, or if Fagbook told him to go fuck himself. But somebody got fucked in the deal, and Altenda is definitely the one. And his new AK is badass, very badass. I absolutely someday would love to be able to get one custom built for me. They're just badass. Ardbeg Wee Beastie. Okay. Yours sure seems to have that smoke bomb at the end that I don't remember Matt's, but you gotta keep in mind it was a neck pour. Now maybe what if there is something to that? For some reason, it seems better than Matt's bottle. Yeah, so it is not a heavy hitter when it comes to the alcohol, but Clyde, it does qualify. It does qualify for the without the E. He says flask aged. You know, and I know he has told me there's some good stuff right around in this number range that you may not want to leave in the flask, and there might actually be something to the interaction with it in steel versus in a bottle. I'm obviously not going to drink this whole thing tonight, but you know what oh God, he'll see this brew review and that's what will screw it all up. I need to see if he's out tonight and bring this out and ask him what he thinks, because if Douche Nozzle says, yeah, it's okay, and I'm like, well, how do you think it racks up against Wee Beastie? Might be worth a laugh. Mr. Mark Mac 85, no mask, no zombie juice. President Biden is not my president. Oh, sorry. You probably have it spelt right. Sorry. He has Resident Biden. Yeah, because he is not the president. He legally isn't. I mean, more and more stuff is coming out all the time, video after video. The problem is it's not like CNN is going to come out and say, "Oh wow, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Georgia all had these weird little spikes when supposedly counting had been suspended." Unexplainable. Like, Trump is way in the lead until like 3 a.m. kind of shit. I'm speaking to the choir right now. I'm just saying more and more proof is coming out. Not to mention what's going on in Arizona. Stormy Coyote, my brother. If I never drink another Coca-Cola again in my life, I'll be just fine. Coca-Cola can kiss my white ass and go bankrupt. On the way for all I care. Cheers. I vote with my wallet. If I'm someplace and we're having lunch and my only option is Coke and there's nothing but Coke products, I have been known to have like high C, or some of them have see, and that's just it. If it's a Coke product, everything there is probably Coke, of course, except for water. And I've done that before. But what I'd be really pissed off is if I had money invested in some of these companies that have gotten joke. You know, they're joke. You know, they're not, fuck woke. Woke is a definition. For me, when I hear, oh, he was woke, what you were is you were manipulated to believe something that is not necessarily based on anything but some douchebag's feelings. So, you got joked. And if it's her, then it'd be okay to get poked. Scotsman says, whiskey. Scotsman, a little wee beastie for you. Scotsman, shorty this time, woohoo. Theodosius, February 22nd, 1846, was the last time the Liberty Bell was rung. George Washington's birthday was February 22nd, 1732. So, BLM, the Bell of Liberty matters. Amen to that. McLean, Eric, I am on a hunger buzz strike. I will not have alcohol or any other intoxicants until the Cookie Monster pants return. Please, Eric, think of the children. I could have put them on now, but I'm planning on heading out and doing a little grilling. It's getting later than I want, but Christine, if a few of you don't know, David Brown has asked Christine to co-author the Be Like Ed book. So Christine has been writing, and doing more writing. So, thank you, David. David goes, I'm like, you some bitch. And he's like, what? And I said, well, she's like using my computer. The Toshiba is running Linux, and I gave up trying to figure out how to get Word to work on there so she could use it. It was just so much easier to tell her. I told her, I said, I got it fully charged. It's sitting downstairs on top of the Toshiba right now. If you want to be able to go outside and enjoy the weather and do a little writing, then take the my Surface, Microsoft Surface, because I have Microsoft Office on there, and it's running Windows 10. But like the other day, it was like, okay, I got to do the brew review, and she's busy typing, and I know this is important to a lot of people. I really don't want to be that guy, but the later it gets. And then I told David, I said, well, actually, now that I think about it, like today, she was like, she didn't even ask me if I was doing the brew review. Usually she asks me if I'm doing the brew review, and she kind of says it in a way where like I'm like supposed to feel bad or something for saying yes. Instead, I was informed, well, you are doing the brew review. I will be busy working on the book. And she goes, can we go over a few things on some settings on the Microsoft Word, because I'm having problems and I lost pages and pages the other day and had to start over. And I'm like, well, that's no good. And even though she's somewhat against it, I reset Word so that anytime it auto-saves, anytime there's a change to the document, it auto-saves to the cloud. And she goes, well, I don't know how I feel about the cloud. And I'm like, well, if the computer crashes, the cloud didn't. And as soon as you try to exit, it doesn't even ask if you want to save. It's just automatically, wherever you are, it saves. And I showed her how to get back in. And then I showed her that it had the dictation feature. She really liked that. So I told David, I said, thanks, buddy. So she's been working on her book. It's kind of freed up any time for me to come down and do a brew review. Like last night or yesterday, I was like, she goes, what are you going to do? And I go, well, I'm probably going to run over to Matt's garage, and we're going to probably fire up the hookah pipe and, kind of take down take down King Kong, water bong it for a little while. I could tell she's not even listening to me. She's goes, I'm just going to work on my book. I'm like, yeah. And then we're going to come back, and I'm going to, Matt bought a big thing of 1800 tequila already mixed into mango margaritas, and me, Matt, and his friend Jason, we sat out in the backyard and drank margaritas, and I cleaned the grill. And it's like, man, I got that bitch looking really good. But David, I'm gonna have to try your Zep Purple and see if that. David's trying to explain to me that he doesn't even have to like touch it, just squirt and spray. I mean, that's pretty much his sex life too. So David, thanks to giving Christine a task that it's really made it more better for me to do these brew reviews without feeling that I'm taking away any of our personal time. Sorry, McLean again. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Miles makes me nervous. McLean, hey Eric, what's another word for pirate's treasure? It's booty. Outro booty. Wade, I'll let you know about the soup. How did the habanero goobers turn out? God, that's a good question. That's a good question, Wade. I had an issue. They did not get fully cooked, so I had to put them in for a second run, and wow, this is just going to be a mess. So right now, either they're moderately ready, or this whole batch is these big ass peanuts have honestly been a nightmare. Oh, wait. Whoops. I just lost one of my nuts. Went right in the soup. Oh. Okay. I can honestly say this particular batch I did reach the apex for sodium. I'm not saying that they're too salty, but I am saying maybe a little less Creole next time. But Wade, I put 6 fresh habaneros in here. I'm getting a little bit of that flavor, but I'm not getting the heat that I get when I use Mark's Reapers and Cobra. Here's what your problem is. You need bigger nuts. I mean, if I squeeze the shit out of this, I can start to get it to compress, but there's still a moment where the if you have to chew it, I guess. I don't know how that batch you made turned out, but this is anything but peanut butter. These yeah, I like this a lot. I'll probably do this one again, but I'll yeah, see, here's some habanero. Kind of look like a used condom. We don't even want to go there. Yeah, I normally drain I drain the batch and I don't leave it soaking like this. But I've been so busy the last few days. I recooked them. I put them in the Instapot for another 3 hours. Then I actually let it kind of come down under heat. And the only thing that I'm not particularly liking right now is, and probably if it was a few years ago, I'd be okay or want more. But I've cut a lot of sodium out of my diet. Okay, that one just bounced off the little dingleberry, also known as the Joey Speed Bag, and that had a little bit of heat to it, but the habanero doesn't kind of stick around. You know, the Reaper's like going, yeah, it tagged your ass, and now I'm gonna get you again, bitch. So as soon as we're done hanging out here, I'll drain. Wow, mashing some words together. I'll drain the stuff off on that and probably put it in a couple different containers because I don't. I'll go through it faster if it's in multiple locations. DFC, I need more E than 30 minutes worth. Well, you can just drive north again. DFC, then again, only 30 minutes to get to the outro, babe, was appreciated greatly. Joey, wow, this one was quick. Joey, you know all about that. Mr. 27, Brew Babe was too nice. Big thighs, I like. Real ones. Mr. 27, 42nd. Scotsman, 7 minutes in preaching. Sharky, wow, a quickie. Wasn't counting on that. Dinner will be all screwed up now. Laugh out loud. Brew Babe is nice. 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 Sharky, the rifle stand does a good job with all the different rifles. Good thing you got it. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. The only thing, actually, if especially the front for the handguards, if it was actually opened up a little bit more, for instance, the retros, too big. I think the JP doesn't sit all the way down in it because the handguard's bigger because it's a bigger barrel. But I do like this. It suits my purpose. I wanted something to be able to easily display a rifle in the way I like it, holy fuck, loaded and ready to go. Now, the big bore and the ARs and all that, you know, they are one step away from being ready. So, you know, if you want to chastise me, for that, I understand, but I don't like to leave the rifles with one in the chamber, and yet that the spring for the firing pin should be almost a non-factor. What appears to be the issue for me is, like, for instance, the mags for the Walther, or sorry, Smith & Wesson, the SW. Sharky, older SIGs used to be a mark at the end of the barrel. Used to get a mark at the end of the barrel quite fast due to the slide wearing on it. The old SIG smile. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're coating this new one with, but it's freaking awesome. Barrel doesn't look like the gun's ever been fired. Sharky, F9. F9 is a miss. Look, someone's using the map thing. Every other square. Well played. Sharky, 50k hour battery life is over 5.5 years. Shake and wake that be at you all day long as your EDC. Just set a reminder to replace the batteries every 3 years from now on, just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose if the thing is going to be basically on all the time while I'm walking around, I guess it's still a long-ass battery life. Sharky, SH, thank you. 2 cheeks up right there. Douglas, all work and no play makes Eric a dull boy. All work and no play makes Eric a dull boy. Oh. Wendy, I'm home. Got an axe right by the back door. Did that the other morning for Christine. Christine, I'm home. Douglas, seriously, how is Harold? Thanks. Harold has been in the hospital all this time. I think he's hoping to go home maybe this week. And he says he's feeling good. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to show solidarity and support for him or not, but let's just say that if there's Harold doesn't like to, he's a commenter, and he doesn't really like to put himself out there. But let's just say Harold's got hair that easily goes down onto his shoulders, and evidently there's been some rapid loss. So I hope he doesn't lose it all. But if he does, maybe we can figure out a way to turn this into a fundraiser. I know Christine would kill me, but being dead isn't the worst thing that could happen to me. Okay, let's get through this. We can do it together. Mike, cheers, mofos. Cheers, Mike. Cobra, I call dibs. I don't know what you're calling dibs on, but okay. And now we're going to the club for Ed and Scott and Justin. First in, J-Dog. Heart Club, Mr. Holster. You some bitch, you. Oh, damn it. Today would have been the day that you could have come down and done a brew review with me, you big dummy. Smile Money, cheers, and the 2 for Tuesday is on. Oh, man, I forgot about that. If you're still here, hang on a second. I'm real nervous about moving around at this moment in time because I'm so please hold. And we're back. See, I don't know. See, here's how I screwed up Smile Money. Is on my on one of my stops today, I picked up Powerball tickets, which we play the same numbers every Wednesday, every Saturday, and that's like a curse to itself. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine a Saturday where I'm like, you know what, screw it. And then I'm looking through what the winning numbers are, and they would have been mine if I would have just... That's what the problem is when you play a set numbers. I have, and I would like Jerry to eventually explain this shit to me. I play numbers that represent calibers of guns. I know, it's just and I also always buy a lottery ticket because like 2 years ago, Jerry goes, play these numbers. Like as though he, I fell for it, like he fucking had an in, like he got together with Powerball and they were going to have this all set up. I don't even know if Jerry even plays these numbers, but I play that, the number that Jerry gave me a couple years ago, every single Wednesday and Saturday. And then I usually grab a couple of quick picks. I know it's a huge waste of money. it's like a couple of firearms a year that is being wasted. But this is Christine's thing. She goes, if you tell me you're going to get this or you're going to get that, and you're just putting some money aside and you're going to make it happen, that's fine. But this is my shit, so leave me the fuck alone. I'm like, okay, I understand. Kind of looks like the weather's going bad, but I just noticed that Mike went by with a lawnmower, so he's like, I got a bitch out taking care of my lawn right now. Yeah, Wade, these are pretty good. If it wasn't for the fact that they're in the swimming pool, I'd have another one right now. But spend money. So the reason the Powerball thing is I stop for Powerball tickets, and I usually always get them on the day that the drawing is held. For some reason in my brain, I kept thinking Wednesday. If I would have started this review knowing that it was Tuesday, we would have done this up right away. But if you're here, it's the intro babe, the brew babe second, and the outro babe. And until I hit the refresh button, Din Scourge says, Big Boar Boner. Big Boar Boner Club. I feel I'm at least in the category of warthog projectiles. That'd be 30 cal. Or 30 millimeter, no, 30 millimeter. Scratch that. The first one would have been like back in the Joey Club. Okay, I'm gonna hit the refresh button, and Din Scourge has the last comment, and I don't know where we are time wise because I turned it off to get over to the Twofer Club. So, guys, cheers. I may or may not be here tomorrow. Thanks to David, I probably will.